Hey everybody, it's Jeff Yannick here again back. We're going to talk about some cool stuff today. The Resistance 3, what looked like a gameplay trailer got released today by Sony, as well as a Ratchet All4One, which I believe that's what it's called. Trailer with some interesting cool stuff. So I thought I'd give it kind of in-depth overview of those trailers, point out some really cool stuff, and kind of show off what Insomniac brings to the table when they really, just get down and crunch on some stuff for a few years. It'll be kind of nice to see two games come out from them this year. So we're going to dive into that. But first, I thought it'd be a little bit some off-topic stuff. This is Starbucks, if you guys don't know what this is. And they have actually a new size. I live in California currently, so this wasn't available for the longest time. Probably been about 2 weeks, but it's called a Trenta. It's Italian for 30. There's 31 ounces in this thing. Another 10 ounces on normal. This is a pretty large size drink. Look how big this thing is. It's like the size of my face. I thought the other one went up to like here, so. You can only get it with teas and iced coffees right now. Hopefully they'll do lattes later because that's what I drink mainly. It's big, right? I thought it was kind of neat, interesting. Kind of crazy, 30, it's 30 ounces, 31 ounces. Some good stuff. But, let's get into that, exposed information on Resistance 3 and Ratchet,
So this is a regular trailer speed, and we're going to slow down for a second, but just check out the quick speeds that are the particle effect. Now, if you watch real closely, the sign, it's waving from the system, as well as the fire. They're all affected by the particle system. And if you look really close, you can see rocks and pieces of dirt flying in the wind, as well as the trees moving, contorting for the wind, as well as the flag waving here profusely. I mean, this is a really good animation system. Look, these are some resistance people coming up, and if I want to take a quick look at these cars that we have going on, it's kind of amazing the detail and quality they put into it. Now, we're going to rewind this a couple times. This time, look at the shake when the impact happens, and then if you look really closely at the actual fireball, just detail and quality in the background as this is happening throughout the game. This is a regular sequence. Cutscene sequence. And so right here, I want to take a little close look at this guy. Look at the way he looks, his figure, and right now the animation. And 9 times out of 10, animation is actually more important than modeling, just for the fact is it's what's the most believable in your mind subconsciously. Now, if you take a really good look at this grenade, just the high detail of the grenade itself, and we're gonna watch it fly and see the particles come out of it, and you could see just kind of crazy particles. Nice looking, very nice. Not only did the graphic engine get an increase, but if you look right here, the AI did too. So this Chimera is about to jump out of the way because the grenade fell down. And not only that, the other Chimera in the background takes about a step back to say, okay, now I'm out of the range of the grenade, which is kind of interesting for something like that. Now some more on the graphic engine, if you guys didn't notice already. The flare bursts from the gun itself are actually turning the smoke red, and if you look really closely right there, every time they take a shot, it actually will affect the particle system in the game, which is kind of interesting, and that's something you see a lot in most games. Even in Killzone, I don't think there was something like that. So that's kind of interesting. So again, we're back to another sequence here where they're dropping Chimera out of a ship, jumping down, and something I want you to pay real quick attention to right here is the menu set. And if you pay close attention, and if you're not on HD res watching this, try to up-res it right here because you'll see a major difference, but the high detail quality on this menu is just amazing. And if you pay attention to the ship coming close to the ground, you'll notice that there's actually dust that flies up similar to what you would see if a helicopter were in that situation, something like that, just adding to the believability. Now right here when this Chimera actually gets shot and killed, it actually does from right here one frame to another frame, switches his gun from one side to another. And I like the dying animation, but it shouldn't jump like that, so that's hopefully some things that actually Insomniac will be working on there. And then right here, a fighting sequence. We're going to switch to a cutscene of a Hulk Chimera coming down. Now he's going to pick up this guy. If you pay really close attention, not only when he squishes him will blood fly out, but when he lifts up, he looks like a pancake. I mean, that's some really cool animation. Hopefully something that'll be incorporated back into the engine. That was the exciting Resistance 3 trailer showing off some gameplay and graphical enhancements of this new engine. So let's go check out Ratchet and Clank All4One. So one of the quick things you'll notice here is the very cinematic presentation, and that's thanks to the new director camera they're incorporating into this engine. Also, if you notice right here, the fish jumping around is very high detail for something so simple as background animation is presumably. People always say perfection is in the details, and this is just one small detail with this sign, but it really does add life to the environment. Also, if you check out the running animations for all different characters, very different, and it has a good overall flow. Now, one thing I want you to notice here is tentacles on the creatures, the suction cups in the top left, just look amazing for something so small as tentacles on a creature. Also the background, the woodwork, and the rope around the wood looks very well, is good. So one thing I really want to pay attention to here is the atmosphere and the lighting passing through the buildings. That's really kind of cool because it adds the overall aura and just feeling of the game. As well as the box and the detail again in the top lower corner. You can see the detail they put into all their modeling work that they do at Insomniac. And if you look this time around, you can see that the game actually has a very stylized look, which kind of gives it a cartoon-esque flavor, but it's something a little bit more current and modern. Insomniac always being known for the weapons, here's another weapon that was sure not to disappoint. It looks like it's a dancing-esque gun that shoots out rays of music, almost a Tokyo Pop-esque look to it. Kind of interesting, neat stuff. Here is a lightning gun that shoots out clouds of lightning, and if you look really close in the clouds, you have this really cool animation that has this lightning going throughout it. Something very different and nothing that seems like it's been done before. And you just saw right there some big action set pieces, something you'd expect from a Ratchet & Clank game. Again, you could see the overall style, very good, clean look to it. Now, something we noticed about this building, just good building animation, textures, everything about it just looks really, really clean. Sorry, not animation, but just overall look and feel to it. Now, the animations look on this fish. It's going to be hit by lightning, going into the bigger fish's mouth. I mean, just looking really good stuff. And the texture on the bottom lip. Man, I'm just really impressed at how far this game's come. And plus, it's like another 6 to 8 months out. And that's just a quick overview of Ratchet All4One. I'm just really damn excited for this game. Can't wait till it comes out.
Alright guys, that pretty much does it for those in-depth looks at Resistance 3 and Ratchet All4One coming out later this year. So, don't forget to check those out on more towards release days, or get your Trinta, as they're calling it now at Starbucks, if it's in your area. Subscribe to me on YouTube, Yannick, Yannick. I'm going to be doing a lot more game stuff all the time. Been playing all kinds of games. Hardcore gamer, play pretty much about everything. Been doing it for 17 plus years. Film student, all that kind of good jazz. If you've seen my other videos, I know what I'm doing and I got what's going on. Alright guys, well, have a great day and we'll talk to you later. Peace.